My name's Jamie Lee, and today I'll be doing a live reaction to the teaser trailer that's just dropped for the next spin-off series of The Walking Dead titled Daryl Dixon. I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited about this spin-off before because I really wanted to see that Daryl and Carol team up, which is what it was promised to be originally. And I love them. Daryl and Carol, in any sense, I am all in, I am all for. Whether that's a friendship, whether it's more than a friendship, I'm in, I'm sold. I know they've worked together for years. They've got so much chemistry, but they just light up my screen. They make my heart so happy when I watch them together, and I want to see more of them together in the apocalypse. So when it was announced that Melissa McBride was unable to commit to filming in Europe, I was a little disappointed. I mean, it's understandable, of course, but I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, it's a little bit redundant. We've already seen Daryl alone. We've already seen him struggle with loneliness and acceptance, and when he found Rick's group and when he belonged. I like those moments. I like him having a home and belonging. And so to think that he's going to be in a whole different country, they keep referring to his series as a fish out of water scenario, but I don't want him to be a fish out of water. I want him to be a dolphin in my ocean, because I don't even know if that makes any sense, but I don't want him to be out of water. Okay, I want him to be in the water, swimming along and just living life happily with his group. But I understand that we all want a Daryl spin-off, so let him go to France. Regardless, I'm gonna watch, right? So but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. And then we got that little teaser, not the one I'm about to watch now, but the other one where he was strapped to a boat, and I was like, what is that? What is this? I was really disappointed in it, to be honest with you, because no matter what excuse you try and make up, like, there's no way that they think that we're stupid enough to believe that he traveled all the way from America to France strapped to this boat, flipped upside down boat, might I add, just floating along. I know a lot of people are defending that with, oh, maybe he was on a bigger ship and, you know, they kicked him off and put him on a boat and let him on his way. Same thing. I'm like, take the apocalypse situation out of things, the fact that zombies are trying to eat everybody. The ocean alone is a terrifying thought. You know, there's whales and there's sharks and the lack of food, the lack of water. This guy's unconscious, supposedly, on this boat that's flipped and literally is just floating along. And we know that he's just floating along because you get this beautiful wide shot of the ocean and he's just on this boat. But it's like, there's nothing around. There's like, how would he even survive? How many days has he survived like this? So my head overthinks that. But anyway, I shouldn't worry about that. Today we got another teaser, so I'm hoping that it's a little bit more than Daryl just floating along by boat, something that to me seems a little bit unrealistic. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining now. Let's actually watch the trailer. The title of the show. Yep.
I come from a place called the Commonwealth.
Cool looking zombie. Definitely been dead for a long time.
I went out looking for something. I wanted to know I tried.
See?
Hell, I'm still trying.
See, that makes me sad. I just want to hug him. Ah, that's cool. I mean, firstly, it reminds me of Morgan because he's always, you know, walking around with his stick. But that's cool because the little spiky things, don't know the term. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. That looks like Rick when he's riding on into the city. I think it was season one's poster. That looks cool. I'll go back to the stick in a minute. Wow, beautiful. Wow, pretty. Ugh, I don't know what that is called, that shot, but that's pretty. I like. Wow, this is very historical, hey? Like, all these monuments, all these significant places in France, people would recognize that. I mean, I'm not very geographical, so I'm not even going to try and pronounce them. Okay, I need subtitles too. Like, what does that mean? What's that writing say? God, I feel dumb. It's very abandoned, that place there. I think that is a really beautiful trailer, very similar to Dead City, where we're getting to see a lot more world building, and just the way that they've designed the set is really refreshing to me. And I think this will be the exact same, like seeing those beautiful monuments. And I think there's going to be like lots of like castles in this and cathedrals and a lot of beautiful historical sites, which will be really beautiful to see, because I don't believe that in the final few seasons of The Walking Dead that we got a lot of that world building and we got to see so much like beautiful landscapes and things like that. Whereas in Dead City, I feel like we're getting to see a lot more of that. Like the cinematography, I don't know whether they've got more money or not, I'm not sure, but the cinematography in it just seemed to like go up a level. And same with this, like it seems like it went up a level again. It looks really beautiful to watch. But I'm really curious about the plot in this. The visuals look beautiful, sure, but I'm really intrigued with the storyline because there's so many unanswered questions in my head, and I don't know if they even answered that in there, because I think I heard him say, I was looking for someone and I came across some trouble. Was he looking for Rick? Is he still looking for Rick, or is he doing something else? Did he get picked up by the CRM and they've sent him on his way? What is the trouble? What is he doing so far away from our group? I'm just so interested in that part of things and to get answers for that. Like, how did he get all the way from America to France? I don't know. And although it's unrealistic that they gave Daryl this recorder, I also think it's really smart because Daryl's not the best talker on any day. And now he's going to travel through France and we're going to see a lot of his travels and his journey, but we want answers. I want answers to things, and I want to know why and what he's doing. And, you know, I want that dialogue. And I don't think that Daryl could give us that dialogue alone. And I feel like that's where Carol really would have been the best partner there, because they do have that connection. They do have that chemistry and they talk a lot. Like their dialogue together in The Walking Dead was perfect. They always had that chemistry. So I think that season 1 is definitely going to be lacking until she comes into season 2 and we get that dialogue again. Having that recorder is a really good way for Daryl to narrate to us what's going on and to give us those answers, rather than it just be him on this lonely journey traveling around France. I'm curious as to who he's going to meet in France. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of villain. Is it the girl from Harry Potter? We know that she's going to be in this series. Can't remember her name. I'm going to butcher it even if I try and pronounce it anyway. But I'm intrigued to see the people that he meets along his journey through France and how they are coping with the apocalypse. I wanted to mention about his staff that he picks up. Oh God, that reminded me of Morgan. I love Morgan. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit here and defend him all day. I love Morgan. The stick thing though is so cringe. Like nobody can pull it off apart from Morgan. So it's going to be kind of cool to see Daryl, you know, limping along with this stick. But I do like too that the stick had, like a hook on it, I guess you could say. I don't even know if it's a hook, but anyway, it's got some sort of sharp thing hanging off it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that the city that Daryl walked through in the early scenes of that trailer there, they are big on like fishing culture and things like that. And it reminded me of that, like a fishing hook. I know it wasn't, but that's what it reminds me of, like fishing sort of weapons and stuff. So yeah, I'm interested to see if they have, you know, different kinds of weapons like we're kind of seeing in Dead City as well. But with that staff thing, I really like that it ties into the logo there, like the title. You can see that the Daryl Dixon has them sort of sharp hook or sharp flicks coming off the title. And that looks exactly like the weapon that he just picked up. So I think that that's cool to like tie that in with that as well. I'm not very good with geography and I don't get too excited over historical landmarks and things like that. I can appreciate them and I understand how beautiful they are and I loved seeing them on screen, but it just doesn't really excite me. But I can appreciate that this is going to make a lot of Walking Dead fans happy seeing all those monuments and things like that. But what made me specifically happy, and I don't know if this is a throwback or not, but it definitely reminded me of it. Daryl was walking down the street with his new staff that he's just gathered, and you know, you get this wide shot of the city, and that just looked like season 1 poster of Rick riding along on the horse with his hat, and you know, you've got this dead city just surrounding him. It was absolutely beautiful shot. And in this, I don't know, it just took me back there. I don't know if it's callback or not, but I like it. I like that shot. So visually, this looks beautiful. We've clearly gone up a notch from The Walking Dead. It sounds, I don't know, the music sounds really somber, sounds really lonely, and I'm assuming that's how the season's going to be for most of the time. Like Daryl, as they say, is this fish out of water and he is alone trying to fix things back home and trying to get back to his family and the group that we know, which is a really sad thought when you think about it. He's never stopped looking for his brother Rick, and yeah, that makes me feel really sad, and I can't wait to get a reunion. I know we're going to get it. They have to give us the reunion that we've waited so long to have between these guys. And I'm not saying that we're going to get that in the Daryl Dixon spin-off. I want that as Endgame, obviously, but yeah, I just hope that we get some, you know, new characters who might be using different weapons and have a different way of life, because obviously France is a whole different culture to what we've seen previously in The Walking Dead. And I hope that these new faces that we meet are, you know, really good villains and are really exciting, and that Daryl can face off against some new challenges, you know, the likes of Beta, for example. That was so much fun to watch Daryl versus Beta. So it'll be interesting to see who he meets along the way in France. But this teaser was okay. I'm hoping we get a little bit more in the next trailer, because at the end there I was expecting him to open the door and find something, you know, a special type of zombie or someone, I don't know. But I am looking forward to it, but I am really looking forward to season 2 when we get to see Dog and Carol reunite with Daryl, because we know that Melissa McBride is back filming. She's able to film in Europe now, which is amazing. I can't wait for that. But I just hope that that season 1 plotline is really interesting and really keeps me captivated and makes me want to keep watching until I get to season 2, which I know I'm gonna love. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Are you looking forward to the Daryl Dixon spin-off? Which one's your favorite? I'm really enjoying Dead City. If you haven't already, check out my videos on that series. Really enjoying that. But yeah, could you please give this video a like? And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel, and then head on over to my Instagram and give me a follow over there as well, please. Okay, sweet as. Have a good day. Bye.